After her, you will hear from Ms. Bunmi.
All right, everyone, I'm going to get prepared for a speech. What do I need to say? But thank you for this is a wonderful turnout. I'm sure you all will be prosperous in this new endeavor that you all will enjoy. The hair is wonderful. And that's all I can say. Is there any questions you want to ask me? Because I'm just new to you all. And it's a wonderful feeling I'm having now, just inviting everyone. So as I learn, it's a growing process. So I'm enjoying myself. I'm just been a hairstylist for 35 years, and that's all I know. So I'm just enjoying myself, just seeing everyone around, being a part of it. Just because, you can also prosper and make people happy. As the young lady said, that was a wonderful thing she said too. So thank you all for coming.
Lord. Lord. Thank you so much. Hand me one of those bundles of hair. Okay. How you all doing this afternoon?
Great.
Good. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. I see that it's snowing outside, and I know some of y'all are thinking, I gotta get back home, so we definitely won't keep you long, but this is absolutely going to be worth the couple of minutes that you're going to be spending here today. But I always like to know who it is that I'm talking to when I'm here. First of all, y'all got to do me a favor. And now y'all got to give me a big smile. Because some of y'all are looking like, thank you. Can I get some smiles in the back? Please? Can you turn to the person to your left and say, I'm so happy to be here? Turn to somebody else and say, like, you look beautiful or something like that. Give somebody a compliment. Say thank you to the person who invited you here. Shout out, thank you to that person who invited you here. Thank you. Yeah, that's positive energy flowing here. All right. Definitely. But I just want to just applaud all of the people who had this was their vision in mind, and Karen and Mary, and of course Ron, who got Karen in the business. So let's give all those people a hand. Because this thing really is no small thing. It really is something special that we're going to share with you over the next probably about 20 minutes. Now, a couple of things real quick. I always say the paper never forgets. Do you know what that means? Yeah. That means if you're somewhere and somebody is speaking, it's good to take what? Notes. It's good to take notes. So if you need a pen, raise your hand, and somebody I'm sure has some extra, and we'll give you some, and you can take some notes right on the back of those handouts that you got. So you definitely want to write some things down. And then also remember this. It's not in the knowing of the information, but it's in the doing. Remember, it's not in the knowing, it's in the doing. Meaning if you hear something today and something inside of you resonates with what I'm going to say, and you think the information is good, say take action. Take action. It's about taking action. We can hear something, but if we don't apply it, what difference would it have made in our lives? So it's all about the application. So since Karen and Ron told you their story, I'm going to start off by telling you my story of how I came upon this opportunity. So I never ever wanted to make money in the hair business. I don't know anything about hair. I do not like doing my own hair. That's why I wear weave. And so I was going to Las Vegas last May, and I just wanted some really good quality hair to wear to my trip. So, ladies, we like to look good, right? We like to go places, have our hair looking right. So I'm going out to Las Vegas, and I had a girlfriend who was spending like $400 on hair, not on the install, but just on the hair for her head. And I said, I want that kind of hair, but do you think I wanted to spend that kind of money? I did not want to spend those prices, right? So I'm on YouTube, that's what the girls do now. They go on YouTube, they look at all the different styles and stuff. You smile and you do the same thing. Yeah, that's what they do. And so I'm just looking for a company where I can get some hair from. So I'm looking at all the hair reviews. Mind you, I never come across House of Beautiful Hair. Well, why in the same period of time that I'm looking on YouTube, never finding House of Beautiful Hair, I get an inbox from one of the owners of House of Beautiful Hair saying, hey, I've seen your YouTube videos because I have a wellness business. So he saw some of my other videos. He said, if I give you a good deal on some quality hair, will you do an honest hair review for me? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my gosh, this has to be God. Because I'm like, this man doesn't know me from Adam. I never contacted his company. But while I'm looking, he came to me. And I believe in the principle that if you seek, you should what? You should find. And so what you are searching for, it really is searching for you. So it found me. And so I called him. I started asking him questions about the hair. And everything he said just sounded legit. It sounded honest. So I said, okay, it's a great price. I'm going to order the hair. So I ordered 2 bundles of 12-inch Brazilian loose wave. Got the hair installed, and I'm telling you, after wearing throwaway beauty supply store hair, anybody ever had experience with that? Throwaway beauty supply store hair for about 5 years and probably 10 years if you count me doing braids, wearing braids. And after 2.5 months, what happens to our hair from the beauty supply store? Yeah, it's gone, right? You gotta cut it out and throw it away and start all over again. Well, after about 10 years of doing that, and I got this hair, it was like, oh my gosh, it was like a whole new hair world. I'm like, I couldn't keep my fingers out of my head. I kept running my fingers through it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this hair is just so awesome. And then they said you can color it because you can color virgin hair, right? I went to the stylist. She colored the hair. I'm like, man, this hair didn't dry out. It's so beautiful. That's awesome. And then I said, well, let me start, working out in this. I was working out and sweating, and it still stayed. I said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a test. Because at first I was treating the hair real nice, right? So at nighttime I was doing these 2-strand twists and rolling it up and putting the cap on and trying to sleep all perfect. I said, I'm going to stop wearing my cap. I'm just going to sleep whatever kind of way I want to. And I started doing that. And the hair stayed beautiful. And I was just like, oh my gosh, there is just something just really special about this hair. And so I started making hair reviews for YouTube, telling women, if you want a really good quality, hair experience, go to House of Beautiful Hair. Now, mind you, I was doing this before I even got into the business. So without any financial incentive in mind, I was telling women, go to this company to get some hair. So do you think I thought it was a really good product I believed in? Yeah. If I'm going to do it and not get paid, absolutely. And so about a month later, I got another call from the company president, and he said, well, why don't you take a look at the business opportunity? So as Karen told you, I have 5 kids, I have a couple of businesses going on, really, really busy. And for a second, I almost was like, oh, no, I'm too busy. Hair, throw up. I don't want to have anything to do with selling hair. And then I said, well, let me just listen and see what it's about. You got to keep your mind open for opportunities. So I got on a conference call, and I listened to the information. And during the call, it was like a light bulb just went off. And here's several reasons. First of all, I already knew that the product was great, right? Because I told you I was a customer. So I knew that was a lot going for it. Then they started talking about $9.97 a month. Now, raise your hand if you can afford $9.97. Not saying you want to do the business, but can you afford $10? All right, so 3/4 of the room can. Then the other 1/4 of you, we can all give you $10. Everybody here should have their hand raised. You can afford $9.97 a month. When you think about traditional business and you own a salon before, did you have light bill?
Yes, I did.
Did you have phone bill?
Yes, I did.
Did you have rent?
I had, yes.
And do you have all of that with House of Beautiful Hair?
No.
None of that.
No.
So you're thinking my overhead is $9.97 for my business as opposed to thousands of dollars if I have a traditional business? So that just made sense. And then they started talking about the compensation. Any entrepreneurs in here, business owners, raise your hand. You're in the business to make a what? Say profit, right? That's why you get into business. So they started talking about the money. And they showed a chart where you could make $60,000 every 90 days. You think my interest was peaked?
Yeah.
That's like $20,000 a month, all right? So I'm like, $60K every 90 days? Okay, I can get with that. So I started looking at that information, talked to my business partner, Daryl. He was a guy, he went out and did his test because he didn't know anything about Remy hair. We're in another business together. So he went to the beauty supply store in North Carolina. He said, I don't know what she's talking about with some Remy hair. I never heard of this. I can't tell if women have weave in or not. So he asked 30 women on that day, what they thought about virgin Remy hair that would last for 2 years. And the women got so excited. They were like, what? You got hair to last for 2 years? We're buying hair from the beauty supply store. It lasts for like 2 months. When can I get it? Do you have it on you now? And so women were getting emotional about hair. And so he came back. He said, oh, we got a hold of something here. Yeah, this is something good. We are going to do this business. And that was last June. So we haven't even been in a full year yet. And so getting started last June, and I'm telling you guys, in less than a year, in 10 months, and I thank God every day because I actually was the very first person in Maryland to hear about this business. You all are some of the very first people in Maryland, in Baltimore, to hear about this business. If you go out here and you ask 10 people, have they heard about House of Beautiful Hair? Probably 10 of them are going to say no. Anybody here ever heard of Mary Kay? Raise your hand. You ever heard of Amway? Raise your hand. Have you heard of Tupperware? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Do you think most people have heard of House of Beautiful Hair? No. So what does that mean for us? We're hearing about this at the beginning. You're here for a ground floor opportunity. Imagine if you were one of the very first to ever hear about Mary Kay and get started on it, you know? Or hear about all the different network marketing out there. So this is one of the special places in time where you can just feel so like, wow, I'm not like at the end of this when everybody said, oh, I did that before. Oh, yeah, I've done that. I tried that. Nobody can say that because you guys are going to be the first to expose them to this opportunity. So that is really, really exciting. Imagine that you have thousands of people in your organization that you're getting paid from because you were invited here today and you said yes to an opportunity. That's literally what happened to me. It was because I listened to a conference call one day. We said yes to the opportunity because it just made sense. And we just started telling people about it. Have you ever been to see a good movie? Did you tell somebody?
Yeah.
You ever been to a good restaurant?
Yeah.
Did you recommend it to a friend?
Yeah.
I know y'all ladies and took advantage of some shoe sales, right? You told your friend, girl, you need to go down to DSW, you get your shoes, I want to get one free, 50% off or whatever. And you told somebody. And did those companies send you a check? They didn't pay you? You're still waiting, just like me, right? We make these companies millions of dollars a year, really per month, from our word-of-mouth advertising. And then we have the nerve to say we can't sell. And you know why we're tricked into saying that? It's because we're not getting paid. So as long as you're doing it for free, you don't think you're selling. But when you tell a friend about the sale down there and you try to get them to go, guess what you just did? You sold for that company. So why not take something that you're doing every day anyway, word of mouth referral, and now get paid? Is that good or is that great? Say that's great. That is great. Getting paid off of something that you're doing anyway. And so as Ron said, we have this $10 billion industry. $10 billion. We don't got to beg. We don't got to convince. We don't got to educate. Women know about hair, right? Now, we're just trying to show them how they can get a better quality of product for less money. And now, here's our slogan that Daryl came up with. Get paid to share where you buy your hair. That's a rhyme, so y'all can remember that easily. Say it to somebody. Say, get paid to share where you buy your hair. Y'all like that?
Yeah.
And that's how you sum it up. It just makes sense. Why be a consumer? T.D. Jakes said this. He said, why would we create an industry, black people, and not profit from the industry? That just don't make sense. We've made these Asians rich.
Right.
For over 2 decades, we've made them rich. And so what they did, they saw where we were spending our money. And guess what they did? They set up shop and we came around it. And we just took our hard-earned money. We work out 40 hours a week and you, from that job that you can't stand anyway, but guess what you do? And then you go down to the beauty supply store and you give them all your money. You know what I'm saying? That's just madness. But we did it for decades. But now it's come a time for this to stop. Because it doesn't make sense for them to make 90% of the profits and us to do 90% of the what? Say spending, right? 90% of the spending. So it's really about waking up consciously, having a higher economic consciousness, and keeping these dollars in our community. Do you think we all need to work on that a little bit more? Keeping these dollars circulating in our community. So I'm not mad at the Asians because they're smart business people.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? They're smart. But just think about this. They come into our communities and set up shop, and we support them. Can we go into theirs?
No.
Absolutely not. We better not. If we did, they wouldn't support us. And so we just gotta become more aware of what's going on here. It's bigger than just you making a little bit of money selling hair. We need to start a movement with this thing and have a transference of wealth and get those dollars back from their families into ours. Could you all get excited about that?
Yeah.
Is that something that you all can really move on and inspire other people? Absolutely. Give that a hand. That's right, y'all. So it's about getting those dollars back in our community. You know, yes, we profiting, but then going back and helping somebody else. Get paid to share where you buy your hair. It's not just about me, just buy hair from me. It's about I win when you win.
Right.
When I can show you how to get your piece of this $10 billion industry. And then you can show her, and then she can show her. All of us winning together. That's what this business is about. So when House of Beautiful Hair started out, let me give you a little background on the company. It was just a traditional business. It was a traditional business. The owners were selling hair to salon owners. And one day a salon owner said to one of the owners, Cameron, she said, well, how can I sell this hair to sell this hair and get it cut? And because he was in the network marketing industry, he started thinking, he said, man, this could be big if we allowed women and men and anybody with an entrepreneur spirit to have their own like franchise, their own company inside of our company. And we could spread the wealth, and then more people could get paid, and we could create something big here. And it took about 2 or 3 years in the planning. But last May is when it launched off. So that's why, again, you got to hearing about this thing at the very beginning. So here's how this works, okay? So you get signed up on the site of the person who referred you here today. You're going to pay $9.97 a month to keep your business going. How much are you going to pay per month?
$9.97.
$9.97. Can you write that off on your taxes?
Yep.
Absolutely. It is a business expense. So you can write that off on your taxes. $9.97. Now, would you agree that every business owner should be a product of the product? Meaning, even if you don't wear weave, you think you should have a sample or two to be able to show somebody, right?
Yes.
You need to be a product of the product. So, what you're also going to do is to make a hair purchase. Now, what we do in our team, we make a 2-bundle hair purchase. The reason why we say 2 bundles is it takes typically 2 bundles to do a full sew-in. Also, remember that chart I told you where I saw that 60K every 90 days? Well, that was based on each person who comes into the business or the customers making a 2-bundle hair purchase. So I'm like, okay, well, the compensation plan is based on everybody doing 2 bundles, and that's what it takes to get to that 60,000. That's how I'm going to share with the team. Let's do that. So a 2-bundle hair purchase is how we do it. So have you ever known anybody that had to maybe take out a small business loan to get a business started? Maybe like, $20,000 or whatever. Don't talk about a McDonald's or Subway franchise. We're talking, 6 figures, right? She said over $1 million over the course of it. But here in this business, you can get started with your website with shipping and 2 bundles of hair for under $200. Look to the person to your left and say, is she serious?
She's serious.
And you say, yes, she is. Yes, I am. For under $200, guys, you can get yourself started in business with your product, with shipping, and your website up. Now, the company makes it real easy. Now, I've been in the wellness business for years, and we have a monthly auto ship where I'm spending like $250 a month to keep my business going. And that's just the company requirements, $250 a month. But House of Beautiful Hair makes it easy. All you have to do is make a hair purchase just once every 90 days. Is that easy? Just once every 90 days. That's all you have to do. You're $9.97 a month. Make a hair purchase just once every 90 days, and that keeps you as a rep in the company. Now, let me tell you what it means as a rep. Now, if you're sitting here today and you're like, you know what? Honestly, I'm ashamed to say it. I don't even have $200, $180 to get started in my account. I just don't have it today. I'll have it maybe on Friday when I get paid, but I don't have it today. But I do have the $9.97. But let me tell you what we can do for you. House of Beautiful Hair doesn't want to leave anybody behind. You can get your website set up for that $9.97, and you're going to be called a customer associate. What is your title?
Customer associate.
Customer associate. Y'all can tell I used to be a teacher, right? And so, as a customer associate, you can make money off of one level. So, what that means is, what's your name? Demetrius, and your name? Sheila. Okay. So Demetrius gets started in the business today, and how old are you? 22. She's 22. So let's say she's a college student, and she says, man, you know what? I don't have the extra money to buy my hair right today. I know I can get it. I'll ask my mom or get out my savings, but I don't do my 97. Then she signs up with Sheila. So Sheila is on Demetrius' first level. She's going to get paid 20% when Sheila orders her hair. How much does she pay to get into the business? But she's still going to get what percentage? Say 20. 20%, okay? She can sign up as many people as she wants to. She can get as many customers to buy from her site as she can get, and she's going to make 20% on every single hair purchase. Every single hair purchase, and she just paid what? $9.97. You think that's a good deal? Yeah. Absolutely. So $10, she got her business going, and she can make money. But her money stops there. That's it. All she can make money is off of that one level. So what she says is, you know what? Well, I'm gonna get that $60K every 90 days. I want to make $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. I don't just want to be an associate. I want to be a rep. Now, to be a rep, she's gonna have to do what? Say, make a hair purchase. She's gonna have to make a hair purchase of any size. And so now what happens is when she makes that hair purchase and she's a rep, she can make money off of 7 levels of compensation. Now watch this. It gets really, really exciting. Because remember how you said you would refer a friend to a good movie or a good restaurant, right? And that person probably told somebody who told somebody. Well, now Demetria gets started. She buys her hair. She gets all excited. She's like, oh man, I'm a rep now. And so now what happens is Sheila buys her hair. Demetria gets what percentage? Say 20%. But do you think Sheila's going to start telling people? Yeah, she's going to tell people. So let's say Sheila tells Miriam, and then Miriam purchases hair. Now, Sheila's going to make, say, 20%. She's going to make 20%. But because Demetria is a rep, she's going to make 10% from Miriam's purchase. Does she know Miriam? Said probably not. She probably doesn't know her. But guess what? She still gets paid. But is Miriam going to tell somebody about this? She's going to get excited. She says, oh, girl, I got this hair. It doesn't shed. It doesn't mess. You know, I'm just loving it. You know, I got the curly and I flat ironed it and I made it straight. Then I wet it up again and the curls came back. And she's just talking. And then what's your name? Nadine. So Nadine said, well, shoot, stop talking, girl. Sign me up. That's right. That's when she came to the door. Saying, oh, there's no one. I'm trying to leave. Just sign me up.
Thank the God that y'all won't sign me up.
And so what happens is, guess what? Nadine comes in, and Miriam gets paid, and Sheila gets paid, and Demetria gets paid, and this thing keeps going on 7 levels. So imagine this, guys. So now, me, who don't know anything about hair, Karen knows far more than I do. Ron knows, most of you know more than hair than I do. But guess what? Every day when I wake up, whether I'm with my kids or whether I'm, out doing something or just home doing or whatever, I get these emails on my phone that say, you have a pending commission. 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock midnight, people are buying hair. And it's like, oh my gosh, I don't have to touch a bundle of hair. I tell people, if I had to go around selling hair out of my car, I promise you, y'all wouldn't see me right here today. I don't have time for that. I don't even like hair that much. And I'm just like, I'm not trying to do anything that's hard and complicated. But you know what I can do for me? I can sit home and I can put a post out on Facebook saying, ooh, I got some awesome Virgin Remy hair. I love this great hair experience. I can say on a post on Facebook that while I'm so excited in this business, I can get my piece of this $10 billion industry and start making money from bundles of hair being sold all throughout the country, and I don't have to touch it. So you just, Facebook and social media just allows you to share what's on your mind, right? And then other people see it, and they say, well, dang, that was on my mind too, because I went and bought some hair from a beauty supply store, and I was mad because I didn't want to give those Asians my money, so now I can keep it in my community. Tell me more about that. And then people start asking you and then start joining. If you want to go around selling hair, can you? You can if you want to. It's your business. You can do it the way you want to. I'm just telling you the way that I prefer to do it. I like to do things real easy. And so when I just started posting out on Facebook within about probably 3 weeks, after about 3 weeks of posting, I couldn't put out a post without somebody coming back to me and saying, tell me more about that business. And within about 5 or 6 weeks of being in the business, I had like 100 people in my organization. And then a couple weeks later, that turned to 300, and then turned to 500, and then turned to 700. So this thing, when you get it going, it will grow in spite of you. It'll grow in spite of you because women are emotional about hair. And they're going to love their hair experience, and they're just going to tell people, and now you're going to get paid and have an awesome stream of income just because one day you came to a headliner salon and you said yes to this opportunity. So, again, it's as simple as this. You get your website link, you promote your link, people come to your site, the company ships it, and you get paid. Is that easy enough?
Yeah.
When a person buys from your site, there's a 48-hour processing time just to make sure, all the credit cards are legit because people are doing some crazy stuff with hair. Y'all seen all those people stealing hair and running cars into, busting out windows and beauty supply stores and trying to get the hair real fast, doing all kinds of crazy things. So there's a 48-hour process to make sure there's no credit card fraud being involved. Then after that, FedEx sends the hair up through FedEx. And people have their hair in about 7 days, sometimes sooner. But I tell people about 7 days. And so, again, every single time somebody buys from you, as soon as they buy anywhere in your organization, you're going to get an email that says you have a pending commission. You'll be able to go on your site. You'll be able to see who purchased, how much their order was. You'll be able to see your commission. 15 days later, that money is put into your PayPal account. If you don't have one, it takes 2 minutes. We'll create you one. And then you can just transfer that money right to your checking account or get a PayPal debit card. And listen to this, guys. 15 days comes every day. Think about that. I get paid now every day. If somebody buys on the 1st, 15 days later is what? The 16th. You're getting paid. If somebody buys on the 2nd, 15 days later is what? The 17th, you're getting paid. If you have 20 people who order hair on the 2nd, guess what is happening? 15 days later, you're getting 20 deposits. So that's how the compensation works. So this thing is spreading all over the country. But remember, it's ground floor. We are still in pre-launch. So getting started right here at the very beginning. And then to finally conclude, and I'll answer any questions that you have. We don't just sign you up and let you go. My whole heart's desire, as Karen said, is to help you to reach your goals. If you're sitting here and you can't identify with $20,000 a month, you say, can I just have $500 a month? If I just had an extra $500, please, I wouldn't have to get a part-time job at the mall somewhere. Hey, that's me. Well, then get that. Or maybe you're saying, you know what, if I had like $1,500 a month, that's my number. $1,500 a month, to pay off my mortgage early or something like that, or get out of debt, then we'll help you to do that. But if you have a vision where you say, you know what, there is no shortage of money in America. I just need the right vehicle to transfer it from point A outside of my household to point B into my household. I want that $10,000, $20,000 a month because I believe I'm worthy, that I'm deserving of it, that God would want me in my wealthy place. Hey, then that's what I'm going after. Then we will help you to get that. The Asians are getting it.
Yes.
By the hundreds of millions of dollars. This is a billion-dollar industry, guys. You can get $20,000 a month. I promise you. The industry is just that big. Women are not paying their car payment to get some of this black gold, call this black gold, up in their head. They're not paying their tithes at church. They're being late on their rent to get their hair done. I have a wellness business. I tell people if I put $200 of my minerals on the table and $200 worth of the hair, which one do you think the women are going to pull the money out for the fast? The hair all day long. We don't need this. We need the minerals and nutrition to keep us living, right? But we want the hair. So we're consumers by nature, so we're just going to gravitate and buy that hair first. I see it all day long. That's what happens. But, we can take a one product and go straight to the bank. So that's it, guys. It is as simple as that. We'll add you, as soon as you join today, we'll add you to our group on Facebook. We have pictures of installs for you to post out, like Ron posts his installs, and you're free to share those. We have video, hair reviews. We have audio trainings and video training, everything that you need to get yourself up and running in business. We have that for you. So I'm going to be the first to welcome you to Ron and Karen's team and the team of whoever invited you. So give yourselves a hand. So this is what we're going to do. Everybody has one of these. This is a hair survey. I need everybody to fill one of these out right now. Fill out this hair survey. Hey, Ron. I need you to help Nadine because she's been trying to sign up since she came in here. On the internet, go on back there, Ron, and get yourself signed up. She said, I'm trying to join and y'all won't let me. So do us a favor. This will give us some information that we need to know. I need everybody who is a guest here today to fill out this hair survey. And then where it says referrals, I want you to think of 5 people that you know, either who wear hair or who you think has an entrepreneur spirit who might want to hear this information. And so if you're joining today, then we're going to show you how to contact these people so you can get paid. And if you're not joining today, then you're going to give these as referrals to the person who invited you. But what we're going to do, I'm going to be here answering questions. You can turn the music back on, we can eat the food and mingle, and then we're going to help you to get started and sign up. All right? Anybody have any questions?
I just help Marion. Look, I recommend her to him, It's snow now.
All right, everybody. Sydney is signing up under Julia.
Nadine is signing up under Stacey Robinson.
Questions about the hair? I just wanted to kind of go over some things with you guys. Oh, you got it too. Okay. So she's talking about the hair now, y'all. All right. So some people have some more questions about the hair. So let me go over some things in their life. Okay. I want to find out more about this hair. So what you have to understand is the hair is very, very versatile. So someone just looked at her and said, okay, so this is the straight, right? What did you say? What is it? This is the wavy. But any of the wavies you can make straight. And I love that. So it's like, okay, buy the wavy and you can go, back and forth. So as soon as she wets this, then the wave pattern will come back. So is this the loose wave or deep wave? Okay, so this is deep wave, which is what I have in right here. So this is Brazilian deep wave.
Body wave.
Body wave? Okay. All right. And the thing about the hair, though, is when you straighten it out, it all looks the same. When you straighten it out and curl it, all looks the same. She has the body wave. How many inches? Okay. 28. Okay. 3 bundles. 30, 26. So we start at 12 inches and we go all the way up to, so you got 30? Okay, I know they have 28.
She's got 26, 24, 20, 26, 28, and 30. Okay. Wow.
So the young girls like it real long. That's coming down to your butt. Yeah. So now you see this brilliant, vibrant blue.
Right, we did that to white.
So she lifted it to a platinum blonde to white, and then you put the color on.
I bleached it twice to get it right.
You can't do this with the store-bought hair. So that's how you know that this is some really good hair. And the color, I mean, it just takes the color so beautifully. So if anybody that says, there's silicone on it, no. Because if it did, it would not be able to color like this. And it would start matching up. Weave isn't just for long styles. As you can see, look how cute. She got this cute little short dude going on here. That's the weave to make it real trendy. That's the piece that I get. Now, tell us about your hair. What do you have?
This is, I'll straighten it and I get my girls in it.
All right, so she straightened it, put the curls in, it's easy to take care of. Love it. So, how often do you like wash it or? So, so easy to make. Okay, thank you. And then we have Sheila. She has loose wave and color. Color in the front here, loose wave. Got some nice short on the side here. And this your hair. That's me too. Okay. So, cut it short right there. Right, down it down, and got yourself a little cute. You go. Alright, and this is also, this is loose wave right here. So, loose wave is what I had at first. I don't ever curl my hair. I'm just like get in the shower, wet it. All I did today was get in the shower, put conditioner on my hair, put mousse on, just scratch it up like this, and glue it out a little bit, and that's the way it matters. So, I don't do anything. I don't flat iron it. I haven't been curling. This is all I've been doing is just wetting and go. No, this is deep wave. So I had the loose wave for like the first 6 months of the business. I thought I'm gonna try something different. Let me try a deep wave. Then I just ordered this. It's probably like 2 months old. So huh? No, I never used a closure before. Yeah. So any other questions about the hair? Let us know if you wanted to get an information. All right, we're good to go.
I'm fine.
Okay. Okay.
I always weave in the summer.
Oh, you weave in the summer?
No, in the winter I do the natural thing. Yeah. I had it blowed out. It's down here. Yeah. I know. I was calling you. Somebody. I mean, I think I had the wrong number.
Yeah.
Have you changed it? Not calling you. I mean, I texted you on. You said you gave it up for me.
Oh, well, yeah, I gave it back. So, right after Easter, I'll be back on anxiously.
Well, you did a good job. Okay. I know she will.
Yeah, I did. Because it was good. I was always on there. I was on that 6 months.
It's kind of, I forgot to say it kind of thin toward the end. What was that about?
Anyway, because it's wavy and wavy for when it's shorter, it's more. So, but the longer it gets, so you get a really long 60, like how that's still at 400. You get a real long like this, you need 400 because it's all the same weight. Like a 12 inches, 4 ounces of hair, it's more hair. But 28 inches, because it's longer, the weight is in the length, not in the fullness.
Yeah, because it was really kind of
and that could just be the way she did. But I was, you put a lot of product in your hair.
It changes it.
Right, because you don't put a lot of oil in it. It don't have Right, I like it. I had myself in October. And it started off
your hair on top.
And it started off at 18. And then I cut it out just because I'm me and I put it
I know.
Hair.
Did you save that other hair?
It's still in the bottle. And it's still good.
She said 2 years.
I bought it with my refund check. My school refund check.
It doesn't get dry right. It doesn't get dry right.
Especially, I use the argan oil conditioner. I love it.
Really?
I
On
love
the
it. I love
hair?
it. It keeps it soft and all of that. I love that.
I told her I'm a consumer. I'm not a seller.
Right.
So, let me gotta get a picture. Oh, my God.
Let me take this back.
Let me see if I can do it. Oh, this is still going on.